All right, we were just watching a HellDivers animation from Carbot. Now let's get into this. Honest Game trailers, HellDivers 2. They're in descriptions when I put them on YouTube, Elsie.
In a world where competition is commonplace, experience a game that brings players back to traditional values as we throw all toxicity aside, joining hands to show the might of humanity by trauma bonding over wholesale bug and robot slaughter. Okay, almost all toxicity. HellDivers 2. Get ready to lay down your many expendable lives in HellDivers 2, the much-anticipated sequel of the top-down bug blast and co-op, as its successor throws you right into the battlefield again, but this time gives you front-row seats to watching yourself get mulched to a slurry in an experience that lets you live out your late 90s dream of recreating Starship Troopers, but with way more explosives and caves. Look, if you're gonna get turned into a cold-cut trio, might as well leave a good-looking corpse. Well, chunks of one anyway.
Come on, you ape! You wanna live forever!
Total Starship Troopers, by the way. HellDivers is Total Starship Troopers. It's one of the easiest recipes in gaming ever to make a successful game. Humans with explosive weaponry and alien bugs. You can't beat it. I mean, that is a combo. That is a perfect combo throughout the history, the annals, if you will, of time.
Gear up to bring glorious victory for the utopia that is Super Earth, as humanity has achieved the pinnacle of society, where we reach out and grab our destiny within the farthest reaches of the stars that just happens to be largely inhabited by everything dead set on trying to decimate you.
Hold on, finger.
Fingers, 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 fingers.
Fingers has the best new game title of all time. My new game is going to be called Stories from the Death Hole. Can we get some applause for Fingers on this, man? This is why he's Fingers. This is why he's Fingers. Stories from the Death Hole. Watch for it. 2027 release. 2027 release. It's going to take some time.
As you liberate the savage planets in the name of democracy from big bugs and killer robots, which is totally great because that means there's no moral gray area that usually comes with this sort of thing. Then be jettisoned to the front lines as you join your brothers in arms, colonizing planet after planet and bringing forth sweet, sweet liberation to the fringes of the galaxy. Assuming the Shadow DM doesn't just decide to throw a bunch of giant bugs at you because you're liberating too fast. In a story that tells you all you really need to know. Big boom good. Democracy better. Okay, you had me at boom.
Right.
Get ready to defend the home of the free by throwing yourself in the meat grinder that is HellDivers gameplay. As you go through a tutorial that's about as short as police training to learn how to shoot bugs and crawl floor. Then become immediately enlisted and thrown into your own starship, where you'll join your other meat companions to be dropped into whatever desolate area you choose. Then take the brief moment of not being absolutely swarmed by bugs to call down your loadout, and then realize this will be the last moment of peace you have for a while, as you run around plugging bug holes, decimating strongholds, and finding secret
Bug
goodies
holes.
to spend on getting bigger and better ordinances, until you notice that you're running out of time for your objective and rush over to finish whatever you have left. Then blast away like you're giving out free bullets, as you're bombarded by wave after wave of enemies like you're being Zerg rushed by Koreans. Where you'll do your best to keep your reticle aimed at any soft bits while doing the worm all over the field, until it gets really hectic and you fumble around with a DDR stratagem minigame. Then scurry around to find a place to throw your reinforcements right before you get murked yourself by literally who knows what, until you finally call for an evac and hopefully receive glorious victory, or on a really bad run, pointless sacrifice. Then repeat this hellish non-stop cycle of battle and death.
Do it again.
Also, you can get yourself some shiny duds and fancy new capes. I mean, what else is there to fight for? All right, the human species. In some of the best third-person shooting you've ever played, That perfectly captures how absolutely manic a real war zone would probably be. You know, if you fought against giant bugs and bargain bin Terminators. I'm sure there's a deeper meaning about the pointlessness of never-ending war or something, but I'm just having the time of my life flamethrowing all these bugs. It's raid, motherfuckers! So iron that cape and brew yourself a piping hot cup of liberty with a space co-op like no other that will make you believe that even on the internet, there might still be some semblance of camaraderie left. Basking in the light of a big ol' explosion always brings people together. Starring
How to do your part in becoming the best citizen you can be. Always salute your fellow Helldivers. It's the democratic way. Watch out for friendly fire, and if not, it's just collateral damage. No hard feelings. Provide a helpful stim to your fellow Helldivers that are looking a little poorly. It might just be the pep they need to, oh, and they're dead. It's okay to run when things are getting hairy. Think of it as a strategic retreat, even if people will call you a coward. It's okay to accidentally blow up your companions. Just make sure you apologize afterwards. It's just good manners. I'm sorry. Don't be greedy and take more supplies than you need. Super Earth has more than enough to spare. After the cooldown timer, that is. If you're getting dropped, try to aim your pod at the biggest baddie you see. It's the best way to contribute to the war effort. Watch out for the evac that they explicitly tell you to watch out for, though we all have our blind spots. Always cover for your fellow soldiers during evac. Just don't accidentally kill them in the process. Don't throw your reinforcements in an area full of enemies, because they will immediately get eviscerated, and all lives are precious. Kind of. Killing bugs and robots is fun, but also, don't forget the f***ing objective. Make sure that you salute the big missile at launch. It's a glorious monument to freedom, and also its subsequent freedom explosion. And always, always give your fellow Helldivers a hug. They're gonna need it.
Starship Troopers, Band of Brothers.
You know what?
The next race to conquer.
You know what they really need to do? They need to make another server made for PvP where there's a totally different faction or a political faction, or perhaps where like humans get brainwashed by bugs, right? And then like humans fight humans, because in the real, right, humans would always fight humans. Even when we have aliens attacking and we have the threat of aliens from other planets, humans will still be fighting each other, I believe. So like I want some PvP. I will give us some PvP servers dedicated to actually fighting other gamers. That would be awesome. Like do that, please.
Liberate won't make me feel bad doing it like for the bugs and robots. As much as I want an Avatar/Helldivers collab, it probably won't be the guiltless fun I'm having now. Although I wouldn't feel bad if it was a whole planet full of Teletubbies. If I know anything about Teletubbies, they hate democracy. And also they majorly creep me out.
Have you played this, E-Rad?
Just look at their soulless eyes. Comment below on what you want to hear in my epic voice. And check out these other epic gaming videos on GameSpot.
It's been so long.
Screw the rules. I have Chaos Emeralds. The Arcana is the means by which all is revealed.
Okay, well, there you go. The algorithm finding us amazing things as per usual. That's why I love the algorithms. They're always finding us cool content. Let's get to the next.